Hey guys, I don't know what happened, but I think that my thing died. So I think we're on a whole new live stream now. Let me just go check. I'm gonna go back. Wait, just gonna go back here. My channel. Yeah, I think we died. Videos. There we go. Okay, so for some reason, I don't know what happened, but we got totally cut off. So I am very sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. The live stream got completely cut off. So maybe I'll just try to finish it. I'll just put this back up here now, and then I'll try to finish it up while we're here. So this. There we go. So that's unfortunate. I guess what I'm gonna have to do is yeah, sorry about that, guys. I do not know what happened. So what I'm going to have to do is just try to work with what I have here. And what I'm going to do is next week, I'm going to be extremely determined to fix the whole live stream thing. I'm going to get some software going to see what we can do. But probably what I'll do is I might not keep this second half of the video, but I will stay on just to finish up and to answer any questions that you guys have as well. So I'm very sorry about that. I really do not know what happened. So it just for some reason randomly cut off. It's very strange. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take one of these wires and bring it back to the other side like this, because I just want to finish. Yeah, so I'm back. Please, sorry about that, guys. I do not, it just, my live stream just ended for some random reason. I didn't push a button or anything. It just randomly ended. So I'm not quite sure why that happened, but for next week, I'll definitely try to fix that up. So what I'm just doing here is I just put one of the wires across here for the birdcage one, and I'm just going to trim the end. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually work on this design, and then once I've perfected it, I'll do a tutorial on how you guys can make it a little more easily, because as you can see, this is quite complicated with that. And so what I think I would do now is I'm just going to take all the ends up like this. And what I did was with this one is I just brought them in to the middle like that. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave this one as is to be sort of like a middle one. And then I'm going to get another wire. Okay. And I'm going to try to do it more like how I did this one here. Okay. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'll just take my wire like this, and I think I'm going to just twist it around. So if we go like this and we just twist it around like this and try to imagine like what distance apart it has to be. So if we go around like this and then do another one around here. Yeah, this might be a little more complicated than it's worth. So let me just see if there's another way to do it. If we go like this, and maybe if I just, I'm really not sure how I did this before. I think maybe we just wind the little, let's wind the little wire around. That's going to be easier if we wind that one. And then so let's just go around the circle and wind these wires that we have sticking up. We're just going to wind them around like that. So that, I think that's looks like it's going to be easier. So we'll just go like that. And each of the wires that are sticking up, we're just going to wind them down and up. And we'll do the same over here. We'll wind them down and up like that. And the next one, we're going to wind it down and up. And I think I have about 14 of these. So we're just going to, and then this one you can adjust around how you like. So we're just going to wind these, and then I'll just finish off the ends quite simply and see if I can get the bird to hang in the middle. That's going to be the tricky part, getting the bird to hang around there. So let's just go right around. Yeah, I don't even remember when I actually made that first bird cage. I know it was a long time ago because I used to experiment with a lot of these things. And I think those birds, I actually bought them in Guatemala many years ago because I went on a trip with my husband many years ago to Guatemala, and I bought some of those little birds. I think I just bought them as beads actually, and then made some jewelry and stuff out of it. So you see, I'm just going around and taking these little wires, twisting them down and up. So as you can see, this is a very complex project for the birdcage. So hopefully in doing this, I'll come up with an easier way for you guys to make it. But it just gives you a little idea of how to do something that's a little bit more 3D. Okay, so we have our wire, and it's not circular anymore at all. But maybe there would be a way that I could do it with like a little ring or something, because this one's like not super circular. It could be a little smaller at the top here. So what I think I'm going to do is actually clip one of these, the first wire. Okay, we'll clip that. And then I'll just finish the circle by bringing this wire around and finishing the circle. So we'll just finish the circle here. Okay, we'll bring it around and finish the circle. And it's going to look a little messy, but that's okay. So just to give you guys an idea, so I added another wire. I just finished the circle like that. And it doesn't look super much like a circle, but do your best to kind of like, we can just spread these around a little bit just to give you an idea of how it looks, because you want it to look like a little bit like a circle. So maybe you can actually get your cone shape and kind of circle it around a little bit. So now what you have is actually two levels, like a wire here and a wire here. Yeah, you could say, sorry about Sharon, I do not know what happened. The other one just, the other video I started just for some reason randomly stopped. So that was very strange. So now I think the easiest way to end the bird cage is we're just going to bring all these wires together in the middle. Okay, so it's kind of cool. It's a little crooked and funky, but it's all right. So we're just pulling all these wires together at the top. Okay, and then you can take one of the wires and just pull it out and just wind it around a few times. Okay, so we're just going to wind the one wire around like that. Okay, and you can always clip the end a little bit. Yay, you're here. Yeah, that was really odd. For no apparent reason at all, the other live stream just stopped. So now I have a little glitch here. This little piece is just sticking out. So if you get problems like that, the wire is pretty forgiving. You can just kind of bend it in and hide that end a little bit if you have to, because sometimes, like I've seen, like this circle at the top got smaller than the middle circle, but that's okay. It's almost looking a little bit like a teepee or something, but that's okay. We're just winging it. And this is kind of interesting in here because it just gives it a little bit of dimension. So now what I did with the ends of the bird cage was I just made them into little spirals. So let's just separate them now. Okay, we'll bring these out and separate them a little bit. Just bring them around out like that. And I want to keep one in the middle to actually make a loop. You could definitely cut some of them if there's too many. So to make the loops, I usually have a pen with me, but I don't have a pen with me today. So you can just get like a round form and just wind it around like that. And then just get your round pliers and see, I'm just making them into like little spirals. And I see we're going to have way too many. So you know what I'm going to do is just randomly cut a few of them because we don't need them all. So let's just cut a few of them. So we don't need that many. Okay, we'll just cut a few. And then let's just do some spirals with some of these, but we don't need them all. So we'll just cut a few. And now we're going to get the round pliers and just make some little spirals like that. And then just bring them in. So I've done a lot of spirals before on other videos. Oops, I think I got out of the screen. So it's the same type of idea. So you just take your round pliers and just wind it around like that. And we bring the little end in like that. And we're just making it a little bit fancy. The spirals are a little bit different than some of the other spirals I've done. but I like these ones. They're a little more open. Okay, and then you can, to help with the spirals, we're just gonna pinch that in and just bring it in like that. Okay, and then this one too, we're just going to bring it in like that. Okay, and then just pinch it in. And maybe I'll end up just keeping both of these videos on. The quality is not great, but at least it gives you an idea of the creative process, which is interesting. So I think for this week, we'll have a part 1 and a part 2, just because for some reason it conked out on me. But, you know, that happens sometimes. So, but this is kind of looking cute with the spirals at different levels. So we'll just keep going with this for now. And then I'll show you guys how we're going to add the bird inside after. Okay, so bring that one down. I'll do another one here. There we go. Oh, you took it, Sharon. It took a while to see that I'd started again. Yeah, sorry about that. That just technology, eh? What can we do? Yeah, I don't get upset about things like that because, you know, I just feel so blessed to even have the ability to do something like this. So when there's glitches in technology, it's just, I just go with it. And I appreciate your guys' patience because, you know, it's frustrating on your end when you don't know what's going on. But like I said, I just feel really grateful that I could even reach so many people. And you guys, we have about 100, how many people in our group? I think it's 160 members in our Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club now, which is amazing. Like, you guys are so incredible about sharing pictures of your work and being so supportive of each other. I just think it's amazing. I really, really appreciate every one of you. So look how cool this is looking with the little twirly whirlies. And then now we're going to do a little loop at the top in case you want to hang it up, or I guess in theory, if this was smaller, you could do a little earring, but I mean, this is pretty humongous, but you could, I'm just doing a loop at the top just to show you, you know, the difference it would look with a loop and the spiral. You could actually just do all spirals and no loop at all. Like, that would be fine too if you just did all spirals. So here we have so far the bird cage. I think it's got a little bit skinny at the top, but that's okay. If you stick your finger in, you can push it out. It's funny how I get my cat. When I was a baby, I used to cry. I used to cry like a cat. They called you Cat. Oh, that's an interesting way to get a nickname. Oh my goodness, that is pretty funny. Hope you don't mind though. So there we go. Cat is a really cool nickname. I like that name. I think it's cool. So here's the cage. And so now, how are we going to hang up the little birdie inside? That's the key. So let's see how we can do it. What I'm thinking is, let's just get a little small piece of wire. And probably what we would want to do is do like a little loop thing. So if we make a little loop like that, and then just hang the birdie on the loop. So let's start like that, because I really forget how I did. I think this is how I did the other one, actually. Yeah, it looks like I did it that way. Okay, so we're gonna hang the birdie on the loop like that. Okay. And then maybe what I'll do, oh, I think this is going to work. If I push the wires together a little bit, okay, if I push them together, and then we want to put it inside. So we're going to push it together and then push it inside the bird cage. Okay, so maybe like this. And you want it to go more or less even on both sides. So the idea is you want them to poke out either side. So let's see if we can poke it out one side and the other, sort of on opposite ends of each other. Let's see if it's going to come up there. Okay, get up there. Here, you know what? I think it's bent not properly. So if I bend them, if I go like this, because we want to them to kind of lead their way out of the top of the cage. So let's just put them up like this, them to push them together. Okay. And then if we poke it like this, in theory, they should come out either side, sort of on the opposite sides. So this should work. Yes. Okay, I think it's going to work. So we're going to they're poking out on either side. And so now we want to pull it up, pull the bird up. Okay. Oh yeah, it's working, guys. So we're going to pull it up there. And then we want to twist the wires in so they're actually going to stay in place. So let's just twist the wire down like that. Okay. And then cut it like that. And then poke it in a little bit. Okay, we're going to poke it in. Okay, so that one's good. And now we want to do the same on this side. Okay, so we're going to bring the wire down. Okay, and there's that little fly flying around. I don't know if you can hear it. And we're going to cut that. Okay, and then we're going to twist it in like that. Okay, so it's in place. So there we have our little, I don't know if you can see it, it's our little bird cage. So let me move this. Well, as usual, we're going to show all the stuff that we made. So we're going to show this stuff. So we have the little bird cage like that. I'm going to bring the camera a little closer so you can see it. So let me just bring the camera down. There we go. So we bring the camera down like this. And let's see if we can get it in a way that you guys can see it. There we go. So here's a little bird cage. Let's hope it's going to focus. It's really hard to tell, but I will take a photo so it's going to be better. So there's the bird in the cage. Okay. And then here's the little bird, the little bird's nest earring like that with the little beads. Cute, eh? So there's that one. And then the little delicate one with the shell. There's a little delicate one with the shell. So there we go. So this one looks a bit like a hot mess because it's hard to tell with the camera angle. There, he stands up actually. So let's bring it a little closer. And that one and that one. Let's try to get a good view of it. Yeah, so there we go. So the bird cage, the bigger bird's nest, and the smaller bird's nest. And I'll definitely take some good photos of it. And let me flip the camera around. There we go. There we go. So yeah, there we go. So you guys are so patient. I can't even believe it. So let me show you from this angle. So here's the little bird in the cage, which we actually got done. You see this the little round thing went down a little bit. Let me just try to fix that, straighten it up a bit, because it went a little bit on the curve. So yeah, that's a little better. It's a little straighter. So there's that one. And then the little bird in the bird's nest. And then the little teeny little cute little one like that. So that's it. So thank you guys so much for hopping on the live stream. So we're going to have a part 1 and a part 2. That'll be that I'm going to upload there. And we love watching you troubleshoot. It teaches us a lot. Well, Sharon, thank you so much. I super appreciate it. And my goal is next week to have a setup where I'll be in the corner so you can see me and I'll be talking, and then I'm going to try to use some special software so we don't have that problem with the video again. But I really appreciate you guys hopping on and encouraging me, and we'll definitely see you in the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club. Be sure to share your photos, and night Clarice, night to everybody who's still on the live stream. I really appreciate it, and we will see you guys the next time, and we'll see you in the group. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.